This is Inside Indiana Business Radio for the afternoon of June 6th, 2022, brought to you by That's Good HR. I'm Alex Brown. Indiana University East is looking to expand its Business Opportunities for Self-Starters, or BOSS program. Tim Scales, director of the Center for Entrepreneurship at IU East, says he wants to bring the program statewide.
This year, we just finished a 2-week pilot at the IU East campus. And the pilot program is the BOSS Experience. And that was with graduate students, so students who recently graduated from the college. We've tried that, and it worked very, very well. So I would love next year to see every IU campus involved in the BOSS Experience.
The program has served more than 5,000 high school students over the last 15 years. UKG, which offers a workforce management and human resources platform, has announced plans to expand its Indianapolis operations by 200 workers within 3 years and invest nearly $1 million. The company says nearly half of the new hires have already started. Bloomington-based film distribution company Hoosier Films is seeking to raise $36,000 through a crowdfunding campaign to convert a box truck into a traveling theater. The company says the mobile cinema will visit fairs, festivals, and other venues throughout the state, screening short films made by Hoosier filmmakers. Inside Indiana Business Radio On Demand is brought to you by That's Good HR. With one call to That's Good HR, your hiring challenge is solved. It's that simple. That's Good HR is the secret ingredient to strategic staffing. Have an HR, accounting, administrative, or customer service position to fill? Trust That's Good HR to make a match that's good for everyone, whether temp to hire, or a direct hire placement. For 22 years, That's Good HR has been hand-picking employees and employers through a highly personal and authentic approach that delivers long-term results. Visit that'sgoodhr.com. Remember, the match matters.
IBJ Media delivers business news covering central Indiana and the entire state. The Indianapolis Business Journal and Inside Indiana Business are now part of the same family. Look to the IBJ for in-depth coverage of central Indiana's business community, and tap into Inside Indiana Business for stories that extend throughout Indiana. 2 resources, unlimited business insights that help you stay informed and get ahead. Learn more at ibj.com and InsideIndianaBusiness.com.
Indiana's economic development leaders say the state is moving in the right direction, but more work remains. Here's Gary Dick.
Following major investment announcements from European automaker Stellantis and Indianapolis-based Eli Lilly and Company totaling some $4.6 billion, state economic development officials say they've landed a total of $14 billion in developments in the first 5 months of this year. But the competition for big projects remains tight, and the same problems business leaders have said are hindering the state's jobs efforts, the high cost of health care in Indiana, an undertrained workforce, and rising energy costs are still true. David Rosenberg is Executive Vice President of the Indiana Economic Development Corporation. He says the state wants to do more with the tools it has at its disposal, especially coming out of the inaugural Global Economic Summit, which he says spurred new conversations among would-be investors. Governor Eric Holcomb says the IEDC plans to go back to the Indiana General Assembly in January to ask it to further bolster the state's incentive toolbox. This is Gary Dick for Inside Indiana Business Radio.
The Indiana University-housed cybersecurity institution OmniSoc has merged with ResearchSoc, a security operations center supported by the National Science Foundation. OmniSoc, which launched in 2018, provides 24/7 network security monitoring for Big Ten Academic Alliance schools. The university's pooled resources to save money and share benefits to protect research data shared among partner schools. The Research Security Operations Center was also created in 2018 to provide cybersecurity for facilities that conduct research for the NSF. IU is also a member of ResearchSoc. Transformational. That's how Lebanon Mayor Matt Gentry describes Eli Lilly and Company's plans to invest $2.1 billion and create 500 jobs at 2 new Boone County manufacturing facilities. Gentry says the city has been preparing for growth for 5 years, but admits there will be challenges.
You know, we talked about, hey, how do we look at our thoroughfare plan? What's our road infrastructure look like? You know, what do we have to do from a utility standpoint to be able to serve these types of areas? But then we also have to figure out how we have the conversation with the neighbors as well. How do we balance kind of that transition from a more of an ex-urban rural community to a part of the Indianapolis metropolitan area?
Last month, Lilly said the facilities would be built at the new LEAP Lebanon Innovation and Research District site in Boone County. The Indiana Economic Development Corporation says the property will be a strategic location for future growth with its proximity to I-65, Purdue University, and Indianapolis. This report is brought to you by That's Good HR, the secret ingredient to strategic staffing. Visit that'sgoodhr.com for more information. I'm Alex Brown for Inside Indiana Business Radio on Demand.